Well, hello again. It's been a little while since I did my last one, but there's been a reason for that. As I've said in the past, I've been trying to do this extension for about 9 months now. Well, it has finally been done. 6 foot by 2 foot extra, goes through the tunnel and comes round the track there. Remember on the last one where I did the 3-way points, I now made it 5-way points. There's the 5 tracks, and that's what it looks like on screen. So all I have to do is to press any of these numbers, such as we'll go for number 5 there, and all the points will change. Like that. If I want to go to number 1 there, I just go down here, press number 1, and all the points will start to change, and done. The hardest part's been is the turntable and coming through the tunnel, because this actually folds down. It's on hinges down here, and it's got legs, 2 legs there which fold in, so this thing can go down, because as you can see I've got no space in the room now to get round to the back, so that's the easiest way I can actually get at it. So that's what I've been doing. It's taken me about 2 weeks to do this. I've had 1 or 2 little nightmares with it. The worst part was this bit here, getting through there and making, because remember this is cut, so that when this folds, that lot will come down, leaving the there, and just getting those 2 tracks balanced up there. But it does work. Now, one thing with this particular turntable, it's a Humby turntable, but what you have a problem with is I've got, as I say, one I did before, which is this one here. This is a similar turntable. The problem you have is those. Remember, this is a DC turntable. I've converted this to DCC. When these turn, remember there's rails on here, these contacts will touch these rails. Remember, this is being fed via a particular one, which is that one there. Those two there go for the mains, and they feed through to this 2 rails here. So when they come here, these contacts will touch, which means you'll get a short circuit. So what you have to do is to remove these brass connections there and the 2 on that end as well, and it works perfect, no problem at all. I use an ordinary decoder on it, and it's up there. The only thing is if I do it off this, it has, between each point there's a dwell. Now what happens is, if you see just there, there's actually another point. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, but there is more track positions. So until we actually reprogram a turntable, that is what you've got a problem with. But you can actually do it by, because you actually set it up as a loco. This is set up as number 60. So if I actually go to my demo screen, and there's the turntable there. All I have to do is forward or reverse. So from that, if I go to say forward and then click the shunt, the turntable moves, and when you hear it get to the dwell, which is now, you just turn it off. And that's it. That's how you work it. So you have to go back to reverse, back to shunt. It'll now go back to where it was. I wait now for that to go to there. There's the dwell, and I just stop it. And it's as easy as that. So say, this is in 3 sections, it's 2 foot, 2 foot. So to get that right, I had to climb under this and under that to get to that, to make sure that it didn't bring all my computer and everything else over here. I had a bad back nearly for a week, just climbing in and out. I am 75, I'm not a spring chicken. So once you've done that, then I set that bit up, cleaned all that, put all the track, all the grass and everything in, then finished off with this. I've got some buffers on order for down the ends here. This fencing I had off Steve from Hobby Goblin. The chap there makes it for him. It's absolutely brilliant fencing. But I think it's about £2, £2.50 a piece. But as you can see, it looks rather impressive round there. I've also got it down here as well, so it's all down there as well. But I'll actually show you this in operation. Now also, while I've been doing this humping around, I bust my microphone. So now I've just been bought a new one. It's cost me £6.33 or something like that. Been testing it out. I'm still playing about with this at the moment, but it does work. It's actually got a switch on the back, so I can actually turn it on and off. The problem you have is to control the trains going on to there. Now one way I can actually do it is to do it by the mouse, which I control is a lot better. I can do it by voice, but some of these trains, these go very, very quickly, so I can actually do them better by the mouse. One thing I did have a problem with, as you can see, there's about a 3-foot drop down there. When the trains come through here, that goes straight across, and what I've had to do is put a block on there to stop when the trains come to hit that, it won't go over the edge. I don't want to damage my trains. So first of all, we set it up for this mail train, which is on track 4. So we click 4. There. And what we do now is we'll put the lights on, and we'll go reverse, because that's where it's got to go, and we'll go to shunt. Here it comes. Now I've got to slow it down a bit here. I can slow this down with the mouse by rolling the wheel backwards. I can just get it nice and steady onto there like that. Press the button at the top, and that's it on there. Now, one thing I can actually do from there, which is the easiest way to do it for me at the moment, I'm just still playing with this, so you have to bear with me. So what you've got to do there is do that.
Rail Master voice control ready.
Mail. Mail. Forward. And that's it. I can actually do it by turntable. Table. Table. Reverse. Speed 15. One thing you notice, see the lights keep going off. It's just the way the connection is. The trouble if you've got the sound trains on, they do switch off and on, so it does make a bit of thing, but we'll just work on that one when I get around to it. But I'm happy with it as it is. Another one. Notice the weight. Speed 0. Now one thing is that there is a way you can actually do it on the computer, but between that one and that one there seems to be a bit of a delay on it. So mail, forward, speed 15, speed 20. There it goes, round there. I did have a problem around this corner here, which I've had to retrack, but it's all working again happily now. Speed 0. Reverse. Speed 20. Here she comes again. Speed speed 10, speed 5, speed 0, table, forward, speed 15. So I can do a lot of this by voice, and still it's new to me. I've only had this completed in the last couple of days, so it's been a bit of a problem. But I'll get used to it. But some of the other trains are a bit quick on here, so I've got to start working it out and slow them down a bit. But notice the lights keep flashing on and off. Come back on again now to this one. Speed 0. Did you notice then how long it took to get from that one to that one? The other ones tend to work, but just across those two is a problem. Mail, forward, speed 20, speed 7, speed 0, lights off, so as you can see, I can do it by voice, I can do it by the wheel, I can do it all sorts of ways I want to do this. So what I do with this is one of my things what I do with these, because I use all these in demo. But what I've actually done is put feeders on all these tracks, because otherwise you've got no connection up that end there. So when it comes to these points and that, there's feeders all the way through, so it's a lot better. So all these trains run that way round. Now I'll go back to my normal trains, which is easy. Now then, since I spoke to you, I've had the J36. This one here is a EWS train which my mate Fred sent me. He sent me 1 or 2 trains. It didn't work that good. I spent quite a little while cleaning it up and everything else. Once it seemed to be running very, very well, what I've actually done is put sound into it now. Now what I've actually done with most of my trains is that the acceleration I've pushed up to 40, and you'll see this as I do this. So if I actually do go to here, and we'll click on the J36, and we'll click on the 67. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them straight on cruise. Now normally if you put a train straight on cruise it goes off like a bullet, but watch. I'm going to start to build up. The J36 is a gorgeous little train. The detail on it is brilliant. Now if you notice, just behind the local EWS, these are some hoppers I've had from Steve from Hobby Goblin. The actual detail is beautiful on them. I'm really pleased with those trains. So what I can do now is actually just slow them off. As you can see, the detail on these wagons is absolutely gorgeous. They just go into the shop and I jumped straight onto it and had one off him. So I'm saying I have all this stuff I've had here, mostly. Fred sent me the 4-way, the 3-way point of course, but all the track and all the grass and that I get from Steve at the Hobby Goblin. He's a brilliant bloke, most welcome for you. If you get a new train off him, he'll put it on his layout there which I actually did all the scenery for. And what it does is he'll test it for you before it goes out of the shop. He did have some of these something like this with the J90s. He had 6 of them come in, and 3 of them, as he took them out of the box, the bogies fell off. He had to send them back, which by him taking the chains out and checking them for you, you could have taken that home and then he could have said, well, you damaged it on the way home. But the layout is a lot better now with this stuff on. So if anybody wants me at any one time, they can get me on 01782 302194. My email address is there as well. And please subscribe, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.